Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from the middle of the end. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field, see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. First down. It's Rose, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's the option play now to the left. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it with Akers. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run on first down. It's Rose. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out, and the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams off. Good size hole here, and a good size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Carter. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Carter. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That's good.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 14, Rams nothing.
Here's Carter on first down. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Carter. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying it. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here we go on fourth down. Runs over him. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. Right back to him on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 33 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Score Saints 21, Rams 3. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 36 now, first and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Sheets. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Off play action, Sheets. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw is Carter. To throw on second down. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Up the middle they go. Rose. And some room to work. And he'll be out right at the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rose. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Off the play fake. Sheets. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carter now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Mind you, one big lead. A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Carter throwing on 4th down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jacob Harris, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Set now to this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30.
A 2-yard pickup.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Carter to the right side and complete to Atwell. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Carter from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bishop. And he is going to have a Rams first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Carter throwing on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sheets. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams! Jacob Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Rose. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Lutz with the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Carter. Incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Carter. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Back to throw again. Open man is Atwell, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.